This video is brought to you by Ridge Wallet, a slim front pocket wallet available in carbon fiber and titanium. With more than 250,000 sold, a lifetime guarantee and free shipping, get 10% off with the code GOLDFISH at ridgewallet.com. Hello everyone, it's Seth, probably better known as Saffron Olive, and it's time for another Instant Deck Tech. So as you know, Monday means it's Modern Monday here in Instant Deck Tech land, and we have some super spiciness to check out today, influenced by Dominaria, kind of like a weird mashup, combo-y, aggro concoction. I'm calling this one Erayo's Quest. It comes to us from Mikola J. Daman, who took it to a top 8 finish in a small Magic League event, so congrats to Mikola on a really unique, really spicy deck. A quick reminder before we break down Erayo's Quest for Modern. If you enjoyed this deck and you want to see it made into videos, take a minute, click the like button, the subscribe button, leave a comment, anything you can do to support your deck, because whichever deck is most popular gets a shot at being made into videos next week. So Erayo's Quest is built around and named after Erayo Soratami Ascendant, a really interesting legend. So for 2 mana, you get a 1/1 flying. Not really that exciting. However, if you can cast 4 spells in a turn, you get to flip around Erayo Soratami Ascendant into a legendary enchantment that says you counter the first spell played by each opponent each turn. So the first thing your opponent does each turn is going to be countered, and this is the primary plan of our deck. Of course, we could rely on our opponent casting a bunch of spells or whatever. Not super likely. Instead, we are trying to turbo flip Erayo as quickly as possible, and to make this happen, we are taking advantage of all the Mox in Modern. Not only do we have the traditional Mox Opal, we have Mox Amber as well. So with these cards, in theory, like on turn 2 we play Erayo, and then all of a sudden we just go like Mox, 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 etc., play our spells, flip it around, and then our opponent's getting a spell countered each turn, which is really, really powerful and very, very strong. So we have some tricks with these cards though, and both of the Moxes need to be enabled. You can't just play them and add mana. We're not playing Vintage with original Power 9, so both of these cards we gotta build around a little bit to make them actually make mana. We can't just cast them without making mana, but we're at our best and the most explosive when not only are we casting the Moxes to up our Erayo count, but we're also making mana with them so we can do even more explosive things and flood the board super, super quickly with all this quick mana. So to support Mox Opal, we have a bunch of cheap artifacts: Memnite, Ornithopter, Springleaf Drum. So in theory, we could just cast these cards for free or very cheaply, essentially free in the case of Springleaf Drum because we can tap a creature. So these cards are helping us flip our Erayo, also helping us turn out our Mox Opal so we can cast our stuff that costs a little bit more mana. And then for Mox Amber, along with Erayo itself, which is a legend, we have Isamaru Hand of Kanda and also Kytheon Hero of Akros to make sure we're making mana with Mox Amber as consistently as possible, as quickly as possible. So you can kind of see that if we're not winning with the combo, in theory, we can just flood the board with Ornithopters and with Isamarus and Kytheons really, really fastly, and hopefully win with this super janky aggro beatdown with all of our fast mana. We also have some sweet tricks to reuse our stuff. So we can't just count on having 4 spells in hand necessarily to flip our Erayo. So we're trying to reuse the spells that we do have with Glinthawk and Fairy Imposter. So Glinthawk, pretty simple. 1 mana 2/2 flyer, helps with our aggro beatdown plan as well. But when it enters the battlefield, we gotta sack it unless we bounce an artifact we control to our hand. So this means Ornithopter, Memnite, any of our Moxen. We play Glinthawk, bounce a free spell, are able to replay it. So just, for example, having 1 Glinthawk with 1 Mox Opal, assuming the Mox can make mana, gives us 3 spells, because we can Mox, we can Glinthawk, pick up the Mox, replay the Mox. That's 3 spells towards Erayo all by itself. Fairy Imposter, kind of the same way, but a little more restricted. Instead of artifacts, it bounces creatures, so we gotta be picking up Memnites, Ornithopters, even Glinthawk. We can go Ultra combo and like Opal, Glinthawk, pick up Opal, replay Opal, play Fairy Imposter, pick up Glinthawk, play Glinthawk, pick up Opal, replay Opal. That's a lot of spells in the turn. We can almost grape shot our opponent to death. We're casting so many spells. But this gives us ways to just make sure we up the spell count as much as possible. Now, I hear you wondering, like, we're doing all this work to flip Erayo Soratami Ascendant, only 4 copies in our deck, not very good at finding it. It's not like we have tutors or cantrips to really find it consistently. So what happens in those games when we don't draw Erayo? And this is where the quest part of the deck comes in. Our backup plan is Quest for the Holy Relic, which cares about a lot of the same things that Erayo does. Whenever you cast a creature spell, you put a quest counter on it, and then if you have 5 quest counters, you get to sacrifice it, tutor up a equipment, attach it to a creature. So with our Memnites, Ornithopters, our Glinthawks bouncing our stuff, we can just turbo out a Quest for the Holy Relic if we don't have Erayo, tutor up in Argentum Armor or a Sword of Fire and Ice, probably Argentum Armor in most cases, because it just like starts destroying lands. We could do this as early as like turn 2, turn 3 if we're getting lucky, attack our opponent's mana, attack their best stuff. So if we don't happen to have Erayo, we can still kind of combo off and win with Quest for the Holy Relic. Otherwise, we have a couple other non-land main deck cards. Days Undoing just takes advantage of the fact that we empty our hands super quickly and helps us find our Erayos, our Quest for the Holy Relics. Since all of our deck is essentially like 0 to 1 mana, and we have so many Mox in to make mana, it's pretty easy for us to just dump our hand affinity style on turn 1 or turn 2, and then use our Mox mana to Days Undoing, refill our hand to try to find our big game-winning pieces. And then a couple of Thraben Inspectors, no real specific synergy, just a way to draw some cards as we're bouncing it with our Fairy Imposters. Also makes an artifact for Mox Opal. Mana base wise, Darksteel Citadel to up our artifact count. Also some any color mana with Spire of Industry, Glimmer Void, some dual lands. In the sideboard, we have Spell Pierce and Hurkyl's Recall, primarily to protect our combo. So Spell Pierce just counters a removal spell on Erayo, for example. Hurkyl's Recall lets us bounce all of our artifacts. So if our opponent's going to somehow, let's say Shatter Storm or something, Vandal Blast, and blow up our board, we can pick up our stuff. Also works the other way to bounce all this stuff against Affinity or Lantern. Echoey Truth, Disenchant to kind of disrupt our opponent, get rid of hate cards like a Rule of Law, which would shut down our deck. Rest in Peace for graveyard decks, Ethersworn Canonist to help against opposing Storm decks, and since we have so many artifacts, we can still kind of combo through it. It restricts a little bit Thraben Inspectors, Kytheons, kind of the Mox Amber part of the deck, but we can still cast a lot of spells in a turn because most of our spells are artifacts. And that is Erayo's Quest for Modern, and that's been our Instant Deck Tech for today. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, help us out by clicking that like button down below. And to keep up on all the latest and greatest, click that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that bell icon to get alerts whenever we have new videos. And if you want to, check out some of our other sweet videos here and here.